Okay, we've done a bit of stripping, as you can see. Last time I was just trying to take the runners off, so took all the runners off. The injection sort of side of it, I decided you can take the whole thing off in one go. So basically just the injector connections, cold start and etc, and warm up regulator at the front, and the two in and out feed pipes. But I decided to just take the whole lot off in one go. I mean, it is full of oil, unfortunately, but I'm just going to wash it out and try not to strip it down. I'm just going to try and put it back as it was. Like I say, if it don't work, if there's injection issues when it's all built up, then I'll have to take it off again. But it's not a bad job to take it off actually when it's in. It's not horrendous. I don't want to make myself problems. So yeah, all the top half come apart. These bloody bolts for the bridging water bit were a nightmare. Those two, warmed them up with a heat gun. I didn't want to use a blowtorch or anything. I didn't know how hot, because it's very close to the gasket. I don't know if it might distort it or something. So did them two with a heat gun. They came undone. That one managed to come undone. That one, no chance, to be honest. I've ended up drilling the head off it and stuff, so hopefully I'll get it out, because I can warm it up from the side now I've got the flange off. So hopefully get it out. If not, it's not the end of the world. The bridging part from there, where I've seen people fight to get that off, that came off pretty easily. Wasn't a problem. On the front end side, I'm probably doing this the wrong way round. Kind of just taking things off in stages. So I've just about to take this backing plate off so I can sort of start taking that head off. But I've realised, obviously, you've got to take the pulley off first because it goes behind the pulley. I think if I take the pulley off, I'm thinking that plastic bit will kind of wiggle out and come off. Alternators off, out the way, took that, the return for the oil sort of vapours, took that off as well. Just trying to take as many pictures as I can. Cut the cam bolt, just get rid of it. That one did wang sort of round a little bit once I cut it off, probably because it was on the sort of on the stroke of the cam. But I don't think that matters. It has got the marks on it, and the marks were pretty close to the marks on the cam covers. So I'll just make sure it's right when I time it up. Yeah, so hopefully tomorrow. It's a bit frustrating because I want to get the head off. I want to get the heads off and get them checked and get the process of sorting the heads out once I've looked at the bottom end. But I'm not going to bother doing the heads until I know the bores are okay. Because if I end up getting another engine, there's not much point doing the heads. I'll just sell them as, you know, second hand, needing redoing. But yeah, so it's all only snapped one bolt so far, so not the end of the world. Did snap one of the pipes going to the warm-up regulator, one of the sort of breather pipes that comes across like a plastic bit where the pipe pushes on, but as soon as I looked online I could see it, so it's obviously a common thing to sort of get brittle and break. I've labelled all the wiring up, well, not labelled it up, but I took photos of every connection sort of so I can see where everything goes. So it's pretty straightforward, not that much actually on the engine, not as much as you'd think. You can see all the dirty sludge in this. Oh, I did drain the water out. There's like little drain plugs underneath at the back. Yeah, that drain plug in the middle of the picture there. So you undo them and it drains all the sort of water out each side basically, which I probably should have done before I took the engine out. As you can see, plenty of water on the floor, but so we are. But yeah, as you can see, there's no engine number on there, and it doesn't look to have been, wipe it off a bit. Yeah, see, it doesn't look to have been sanded off or anything. There's numbers on the heads, I'm assuming there's another number on the block somewhere. I might come across it, but so I'm pretty sure it's 4.7. I can't see it being hotels, but who knows what you might find. So yeah, we're getting there. Like I say, I've got to hopefully get that big nut off, or I might just regret. I've still got the flower, so I can lock it at the back and do it with a big bar, but I think my friend's big zip gun should do it. Yeah, probably should have done that, like they say, before you take the engine out, but you know, we don't do everything properly. I've been soaking the exhaust studs, both sides, keep putting WD on them every day. But the threads don't look bad, so looks like they'll come off. Worst scenario, if they don't come undone or they feel like they're going to snap, what I shall do is just grind through the nut most of the way and then chisel the nut off. I've done that before and it's works quite well. I don't want to be drilling out every bloody stud on the exhaust manifold because that'd just be silly. Don't want to do that. But yeah, work in progress. Not ordered any major bits yet because I don't want to order rings until I know the bores are okay, and I'm probably going to try and get main bearings. Probably going to get a baffle for here. I don't know whether to make one because obviously the later ones have like a S-shaped filler with a baffle in, and to be fair, you can see the rods and stuff there, so it's no wonder it pisses oil up here, and then you get a lot of blow by coming up and going into the air filter. But I think you can buy one. You can buy one that just slots in, like a plastic thing that slots in with a bit of a deflector. And I'm also going to vent it. I'm not going to take it into the air cleaner. I'm going to vent it. I've got a little catch can I'm going to put on the inner wing. And then from that, I'm going to put a pipe going to the highest part on the engine bay with a vent on there. And the catch can has got a drain plug and like a fill level. Only a cheap thing, but if it does start pissing loads of oil into the sort of breathing a lot of oil, chucking a lot of oil out, then at least it's not going to go in the engine and I can sort it out. I don't think it will, but you know, I think that is a bit of a problem with them. There's something else I was going to say, but yeah, so that's all looking okay. Inside there, I mean, I suppose it doesn't mean anything, but it does look kind of clean. But I'm just a bit confused why there's no numbers on the engine. I thought it was a bit dodgy. I thought they might have been sanded off, but I don't think they have. So I'm assuming at some point in its life it might have had a block. But that might be a good thing or a bad thing. I don't really know. But yeah, it's coming along. Right, I think it's time to clear up all this mess and go home. So hopefully tomorrow evening, if I can get the pulley off, we should have this head off. I think we're going to take this one off first because this is a one. I think these two, so what is it, 5, 6, 7 and 8, they were the ones that were 125. I mean, I can't see, I've looked for cracks and stuff, I can't see any obvious cracks down the inlet ports. It doesn't look, really fustered up in there. And I've seen somewhere they took them apart and it's all blocked up and stuff. It doesn't look horrendous. There's a load of crap in there, like grindy stuff, and it probably fell out from when I've taken this flange off. But yeah, so only one bolt snapped so far. So I think the video I watched the other day, he was on about 9 bolts snapped, but I think his engine had been stud a long time. I think this has been stud since 2014, but not outside. I think it's been covered up inside somewhere, so we shall see. I'm going to see about the main bearings. I think I'm going to put main bearings in it as well because it seems to have more end float than it should, and the torque tube was forcing against it. I released the tension on that and it did move back a bit, so I think it's probably been run like that and not been had the tension freed off, so it's probably worn the main bearing on the shoulders. So while it's out, may as well do that as well. Right, that's it for me today.